Hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today I am going to be planning in my vertical catch-all home personal planner for the week of April 28th to May 4th. I print these pages and my printer is acting funny. So it's doing some funny things with anything that's supposed to be a solid black. Like, these are supposed to be solid. They're not supposed to be outlined. And I don't know. I think it needs ink, but it won't let me change the ink. So we're just going to have to, I'm just going to have to deal with this. And I don't know how long I'm going to have to deal with it. I guess until either the black or every stinking color runs out. So that's why it looks a little funny. You may not be able to see these on camera because they are very light. But they are there, I promise. I'm going to use Seasonal Florals V3 by Kell of a Plan. And I'm going to use this pink set. She designed this book so that each set corresponds to a month. So this is May's set. My complaint with this book, I guess, is that there's only one page of boxes. And to me, the way Heather does her boxes is a little interesting, I guess. You only get a couple of each size box, which, I mean, she primarily uses full boxes. So you get the most full boxes. But, like, you know, she gave 3 monthly boxes. If I were using this for a monthly spread, I would need more than 3 monthly boxes. So I'm not sure. Not sure that I'm going to use it. I'm actually pretty sure I'm not going to use these. So I've pulled pastel boxes because I feel like this bright green will go really nicely with this bright green. And then I can use the darker pink in here. I feel like that kind of pulls out of here. And then there's sort of a buttercreamy yellow. I could even use this brown because there's some brown sort of in the daisies. So I can use both of these colors, the green and the pink. And I have multiple copies of this book. So I know I'm not going to run out. I'm not super busy this week, which is, I guess, a good thing. Because that is going to give me the opportunity to, I guess, conserve boxes, if you will. I don't know. I think I'm going to take the big cascading floral at the bottom. I just don't know what I'm going to do with it. Story of my life, right? So it won't go completely across the page, but it'll go across 4 boxes. Question is, do I want to put it across 4 or put it across 3 and put this corner that you can't see, I'm pointing to it like you can see it, put this and this down here. And I think that's what I'm going to do, because I typically use these cascading florals like on one of these sides. So let's mix it up a little bit. And actually, do I really want to mix it up and put them on the bottom and put those on the top? I think not, because I'd like to go all the way to the bottom. So we're gonna I'm gonna fold this back on itself, sort of stick it to itself so I can work with it a little easier. Now, remember, you can do that with clear stickers, but don't try it with your paper stickers. Although paper stickers are a little easier to work with. And because I've printed these pages, if you decide to get into printing your own pages, stickers don't come up from them very well. So I've already got this crooked, and it is not going to want to come up from this page. But I'm going to do the best I can to sort of get it straightened out. It's probably gonna, I'm gonna end up with a bubble in it, or it's gonna pull on my page, which is gonna be fine, because, you know, it'll annoy me when I go back through and look at my planners later, but it's not the end of the world. Now, a lot of times what I would do here is lay down wax paper underneath it so that I don't have to worry about pulling it back up off the page, but it didn't stick too bad, so we're okay there. And I've got a big bubble in there. I'm gonna try that's better. Okay. Now, I'm gonna take this corner piece, and we're gonna try to do a little better job with this corner piece than I did with that one. That almost went down too easy. I know I'm not that good. And then we're gonna take this little piece. And bring it across here. I'm not gonna put them right together because I don't wanna have to do a whole, that's a little crooked, but I'm not messing with it. I don't want to have to do a whole border across the bottom. Okay. Now I have, so Wednesday is payday, and I'm going to need, I am going to need some checklists, because I'm going to need a checklist for Wednesday. I think Heather's got some great checklists in here. And I might, oh, she got, so we have one checklist in each color, and I don't like to have multiple colors of checklists. So let me grab, I'm gonna grab my Check It Off pastel. And Jewel Tone book. Let's see what we've got in here. Got the pink, greens match. I'm not so sure those yellows match quite right. This book is literally just tucked inside. Not really, they're a little... Okay, so we're gonna either go with the pink or the green. I think I'll probably go with... I don't know, but I am gonna need a checklist. And I need to put some function in here before I get too carried away with stickers. Really want that to lay down. And if you get a bubble in your stickers, good luck. Unless you pull it up and reposition it, no matter how much you press it down, it's gonna bubble back up at some point. So I'm just gonna pull out the pinks because again, this book is just tucked together. I've loved this book to death. Pull out the greens and the yellows. And I do have another copy of this book if I need it. So what I want to do is put in, let's see, we've got payday on Wednesday. I'm going to be teaching on Wednesday and Sunday. I'm going to go ahead and throw those boxes in. And then I have a lesson on Sunday and I teach on Sunday. So let's do those in yellow. I'm liking the idea of pink and yellow. There's payday. There's my lesson. Oh, that's bad. To some extent, I can handle it if it's a little crooked, but not that crooked. It's ripping. I have to probably glue that down. We're gonna just cross our fingers and hope that that stays stuck. Okay. And I have an appointment on Friday. I'm going to use that box for it, but I don't know in this moment where in there I want it. So I know I want a checklist here. Probably a checklist here. And then I'm going to need some flowers up in here, and I'm going to need some quotes. So let's grab, actually, you know what? I'm going to do my checklists in green. And then I'm gonna put that green box back. I almost feel like I want to put that checklist there. Put it on Friday. We'll put it on Thursday. So I'm going to put this green box back since I did my checklists in green. And I'm going to grab a pink box. I still may put some green boxes in, but probably not. I think what I'm going to do is use these sort of brown caramelly colored boxes, and I'm going to grab one I have a square. Not in this set, but I have a square yellow. So I'll do a square yellow and a little brown. No. No, I will not. I'll do a square yellow. I'll do a square pink. Do I have a square pink? I have an almost square pink. I'll use this size pink. And a little brown. And I think I'm going to put that like I have anything going on Thursday. I'm Can I put this here? So it can be Thursday or Friday. And I'm going to bring this off the top of it. And then I'm going to bring it off the bottom of it. Oh, but that's right there by that yellow. I'm bring it off the top of it. I feel like it is super crooked. But we're gonna go with it. And what I'm gonna do is I'll break that up with some florals. So let's grab another one of these. I'm gonna grab this sort of medium size in this and drop it down here on Tuesday. And then I need a box for Monday. So we'll take this square box. Ooh, but yellow is the only squares I have. I'm gonna have to break into my other book if I want to do squares. So I think I'm not gonna do squares. I think I'm gonna do I think I'm gonna do a pink here in this this size. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this pink and another, maybe that same size in sort of this brown color. And I'm just gonna put them right on top of each other. Question mark. Ooh, I don't like that. I need my undo because I'm not going to try to get that up. So it doesn't take a lot, especially if you smush it out. Because once this gets under there, it soaks through these paper stickers really well. So you can just about use just 1 or 2 drops of undo and your sticker will come up pretty good. So I'm gonna go a little closer down here. And that'll leave me room to put a quote up top. Looking at this pink box, I think I've used undo on it before. That's funny. It's probably why it actually came up off the paper. I think undo kind of has a lasting effect. I was trying to tuck that one under there, but I didn't quite make it. Although, I don't mind it like that. Let's see. Kind of like it. And I want to take a single box for Saturday. So I think I'm going to do a single yellow. That might be where that square goes, y'all. I may end up using that square after all. I'm just going to tuck it right in here. Put my undo away. All right, let's find a quote. Let's get some quotes going. And then we'll come back and fill in with some florals. I feel like I kind of want like a long I already need a nap tomorrow. I've been hoarding that sticker. That came out of her very first Black Quotes book. And I've been hoarding it like for years because I'm pretty sure Volume 2 came out in 2022. That was 3 years ago, so it was at least 2021, but I think I've been hoarding that sticker for 5 years, and I'm going to continue to hoard it. How about kind women are the future of womankind? I'm going to put that right here. And then how about I feel like I want a big one here, but it can't be too big. Amber's kind of quit doing big quotes, so I'm a little worried to use these. Let's keep going with the kindness. I saw another kindness quote in here that I liked. Just use radiate kindness. Or was there one up here? There might have been one up here. We could also go with the women. Women empower women. Actually, I'm gonna do, I did not wake up to be mediocre. Oh, no, we're not gonna stick there. I really want it right here, so. I'm gonna drop it right in there. And then I can put a little floral there if I want to. And maybe one more little something up here. Maybe not one more something up there. Maybe that's going to be a floral. How about failing to plan is planning to fail? Or plans are nothing, planning it. Yeah, let's do failing to plan is planning to fail. Because I do believe that. Okay, now let's grab some more florals, and I think we've got all the function we need. Come on. Okay. So I think I'm going to take some of these little curvy ones and kind of drop them in around some of these boxes. Maybe. Let's see if I can lift this box up and put this one under it. Let's see. The whole point of putting that under that box was so that it would kind of curve around it, but that is what it is. So I'll take this little tiny piece. And I think I'm going to put it in here. Quit sticking. Actually. I'll put that in there like so. I want something here. I gotta leave myself room to write. I don't have a super busy week, but that doesn't mean things won't pop off at some point. So I do need to be careful. I feel like I want like a little, I can cut this sticker in half. Put a little of it here and put the rest of it here. want something there. So I'm going to cut this one sort of the same way I did that other one. And I'm going to take this piece and put it in here. And then I'm going to take what's left of that and put it and run it across here. Actually, I'm going to cut it there, and I'm going to cut that off, and I'm going to kind of smush it together. Like so. So this is where, you know, I do the whole preachy, don't be afraid to cut up your stickers, because if you cut it the way you want it, you end up with not only, honestly, not only do you make, you know, you get the sticker that you want, but you make, it makes your spread unique because nobody else has that sticker. You know, even if you saw that and you were like, oh my goodness, I love that. And I'm going to take that exact sticker and I'm going to do the exact same thing with it. It's not going to be exactly the same. So it makes your spread even more unique, in my opinion. I think I'm going to pull this up and put something bigger here, if it'll come up. This is the world where undo is, I mean, it's not bad, but it's not as great with clear stickers as it is paper stickers. There we go. So I'm going to take this bigger, I think this one. And float it across there like that. And then this little guy, maybe yeesh. think he lives there. Okay. I kind of want something there, but I don't know what it would be. I don't think I want to do florals running down there. And I don't want a big box. And I feel like I've got enough quotes. So that makes me feel like we're kind of done with this spread. I think we're good. I'm gonna grab my discs, grab my planner, put it on the discs. Let's tidy up a little bit. Let's see what we've got. I like it. I like how bright it is, but it doesn't like feel too springy. I really like this one. So that is my spread for April 28th to May 4th. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while I put this spread together. If you liked it, I hope you give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Hope everybody has a great rest of your day. Hope you have a wonderful week, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.